Welcome to Fit Diesel's Dietary Interface, where we've taken science, mathematical algorithms, and intelligent programming code to make you the coach. As you can see, here's our client portal, where you can create a profile, log into your profile, or if you forget your password, get a new password. This is the How to Use section, where it'll give you an overview of everything the dietary interface does and how it works. Here we are at step 1, where the first thing you'll do is choose your start date. After you've chosen your date, here you'll place your calories and weight for the week to find your metabolic rate. And you can find how to do this in the How To section. Now you're at step 2, initial goals and approach. You can pick gain weight, lose weight, maintain weight, metabolically build, or lean muscle build. Now we're going to choose our approach. Very conservative, moderate, or aggressive for most of the diets. Some of the diets we choose what that's going to be for you so you're most successful. Now that we've chosen our approach, you'll choose the amount of dieting days per week. If you want to diet 7 days, 4 days, 2 days, whatever option you like, you can choose. How To section will explain each button, but simply update diet plan updates it. The box below it becomes begin next week, only after you entered your average weight below. The reset to recommended settings is our macronutrient settings we recommend, and only for metabolic build is a binge week button that resets you, gets you back on track, and then starts you on metabolic build again. Now we're in week 3 of that lose weight goal, and we've lost too much weight. We've surpassed our goal, so the system's automatically going to increase your caloric intake to help you stay on track for the goal you set, whether that was very conservative or so on. Also, as you see that box that says average weight through the week, that's where you take your weight through the week, whether you weighed in 4 times or 7 times, and divide it by that number, and that's where you put your average weight through the week weight. For our lose weight goal, we gained too much weight, so the system's going to decrease your caloric intake to make sure you're on track. Also, we have minimum calorie thresholds by your body's data that are safe from a scientific perspective. So that's where you see minimum kcal. That's the lowest calories you can take in. Now in this slide, it's an example, we've changed our goal to metabolic build. It means our metabolism is not high enough compared to our body weight from a scientific approach of a healthy metabolism. This slide is awesome. We just started our metabolic build, but you see the protein, carbs, and fat? Those sliders move in any direction. This is an example of keto. 120 grams of protein, 14.5 grams of carbs, 238 grams of fat. If you're a high intensity athlete, you can have high carb and lower your fat. If it's a rest day, you can lower your carb and increase your fat. Any diet you want, any macronutrient range you want, you can do it at any day and any time. Does not matter. This is how versatile this system is. There are 3 things going on in this slide. You've done a great job this week on your metabolic build, and your calories are going to be increased appropriately. Second, you have a note telling you that your average metabolic rate for your weight has been reached. And that's great. You may continue to build your metabolism and see how far you can max it out without gaining any weight or minimal or even lost weight during the program, or change your goal and approach for a new diet plan. Also, we've changed the protein, carbs, and fats from the keto to our recommended settings by clicking the recommended settings button to reset it. In this slide, we made the decision to continue to metabolically build to find our maximum capability. But this week we gained too much weight for our very conservative approach to metabolic building, which we set for you. So it's going to hold you to the same calories, protein, carbs, and fats. Also, the note's still there to remind you that you have reached a healthy metabolic rate for your weight. Here in our metabolic build, we've continued to go higher and higher, but we gained weight several times in a row, and we are alerting you that we're switching you to maintenance because you've reached your metabolic peak. Also, you can stay on maintenance or you can go on any other diet plan you like after this. So now we've been switched to maintenance from our metabolic build. And our maintenance is very important to keep because we've got all of our goals achieved, so we want to stay there. However, you lost weight during this week of maintenance, so the system's automatically going to increase your caloric intake to stay on track with your maintenance and your weight for the goal you've reached. This slide is an example on maintenance where you have gained too much weight during that week of maintenance. So the system will automatically decrease your caloric intake, reset your protein, carbs, and fats for that calorie count, and get you back to your maintenance level. In this slide, we switched our goal to lean muscle build, and your approach is set by us conservative so that you do gain lean muscle. Also, we've given you an example that you lost weight your first week of lean muscle build, so we're going to be addressing that by increasing your fat and carbs for the next week to get you back on track. This week in lean muscle build, you hit your goal. So we're going to increase your fat and carbs and tell you to keep up the good work. Also, each week that you put your average weight through the weekend, how many ever days you weighed and divided by those days, you'll go up and hit update diet plan and begin next week. And you'll do that for every subsequent diet. This slide shows you an example that you have completed your 6-week lean muscle build diet program. So 4 weeks of building and 2 weeks of cutting to take that weight off. And it's complete, so it's going to reset you to maintain weight. And from there, you can begin any other diet plan you'd like. This slide is something I've always wanted and why I made this available in this interface. It is every bit of data that you have had on any goal or plan so that you can chart what was successful or what wasn't and what approaches you're going to do in the future so you can adapt, overcome, and continue to gain the physique you want.